Hey, what's up guys, it's Kazoo here and welcome to episode 9 of Scaling to Glory. And we're starting off by going into an online tournament game, and we come up against a really nice Serie A side in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation. And we start things up with Balotelli on the ball, has a finesse shot and he makes it 1-0, and this was right after the patch, and the finesse shots are still quite strong in this game, so yeah, that's something that we have to deal with, I guess. But we pick the ball up with Carlos Eduardo, does a nice skill move, has a finesse shot, and he makes it 1-1 in the 64th minute. Then a through ball to Muriel, who outpaces all my defenders, has a weird shot there, and he makes it 2-1. Then we are moving on in the 74th minute, where my opponent goes through with Balotelli, but a great save from Manada. Then he picks up a corner, and then look at this. I have no idea what he was doing. For some reason I couldn't control any of my defenders, and yeah, that's also how this game ends. So we lost our first game of the episode, which is not a good start of starting off a new episode. But we're moving on, and we decided to pick up a few new players, and the first one is Daniel Sturridge from Liverpool. He has 4-star skill moves, 90 pace, 83 dribbling and 77 shooting. And the second player is Coutinho, also from Liverpool, who will link up nicely with Sturridge in the 4-3-3 reserve squad. So we're going into an online season game, and we come up against the 4-4-2 Barclays Premier League side with some quite nice players in it, such as Willian and Nani. But we are starting things off quite late in the first half, and my opponent makes it 1-0 with Dzeko in the 30th minute. Then we pick the ball up with Sturridge, who does a scoop turn pass to Matic with a nice through ball to Ben Arfa. You flick to fake shot, go inside with the McGeady spin, and he almost gets pushed off the ball. Ben Arfa still on the ball, has a finesse shot, and he makes it 1-1 in the 43rd minute. And then right before the first half ended, we try out a long shot with Sissoko, but a great save from his goalkeeper. Then we're moving on into the second half with some nice skill moves there from Ben Arfa. Does an insane through ball through his defense to Juricic, who goes in a 1-on-1 situation versus the goalkeeper, and he makes it 2-1 again with a chip. And Juricic is just a player that you really should try out, because he's so cheap and he's so good on his game. I just can't explain enough. But again, we won the game with 2-1. So we are moving on in another online season game, once again with the reserve squad. So we come up against a quite nice Spanish side in the 4-3-3 formation, and he had an informed player, I believe it is Coco, I'm not really sure. But yeah, we're starting off in the 5th minute with Benyat on the ball, and he scores a lovely volley. Really like that animation that they added in FIFA this year, I think. This year, I'm not really sure actually. But yeah, we're moving on, and Sturridge on the ball does a quite few skill moves to get past the defender, has a fake shot, and then has a shot with his weak foot, but a great save from his goalkeeper. And then right before the first half ended, he crosses in and he makes it 2-0 with Torres. And then we move on into the second half with Sturridge on the ball, goes on a counter-attack from a corner, gets past a few defenders and has a chip, and he makes it 2-1. So we're back into the game, but not for long, because he does a through ball to Christian Theo, crosses it in to Torres once again, and he makes it 3-1, which is really annoying, these headers. I keep conceding them. I have no idea how to defend them. But then Coutinho with a nice through ball to Ben Arfa, and once again another chip, and I keep scoring these chips on FIFA. Really love them. And then look at this. I have no idea what is going on. Debussy, for some reason he couldn't head it away, which was quite annoying, but we already lost the game, so it wouldn't really matter. So we're moving on in another online season game, once again with the reserve squad, and we come up against a Bundesliga side in the 3-5-2 formation, which is, I think, the first time that I actually play against a full Bundesliga team in the 3-5-2 formation. But we're starting off nicely with Ben Arfa on the ball, does a ball drag back, passes to Coutinho with a nice through ball to Sturridge, has a chip, but unlucky, he couldn't find a way to get the ball into the back of the net. Then we're moving on in the 20th minute with Sturridge on the ball, goes inside the box, and we manage to pick up a penalty. And who else then? Ben Arfa steps up for it, takes a shot, but a great save from his goalkeeper, and we miss another penalty in our series, which is quite frustrating. But then we move on in the 37th minute with Mkhitaryan on the ball, completely out-muscles my defense, and he makes it 1-0. And then, if it couldn't get any worse, after missing a penalty and conceding one goal, we get a red card for this. And in the first place, I wasn't even really sure if it was a penalty, but getting a red card for it as well, yeah, that's maybe a little bit too much. But we concede from the penalty, and he scores the 2-0. But then right before the first half ended, we pick the ball up with Sturridge, go inside the box, outmuscles the defense, fake shot to a chop, and we actually get back into the game, and Sturridge makes it 2-1. But then it wouldn't really last long, because he does a dummy with Olic, has a weak foot shot, and actually he makes it 3-1 right at the beginning of the second half. And then yeah, he starts dominating. He scores the 4-1 with Luis Gustavo. Then once again Olic on the ball, through ball to Perisic with his 5-star weak foot, and he makes a 5-1. Then if it couldn't get any worse, look at this goal. Ramos, yeah, some really bad goalkeeping from my keeper. And that's also how this game ends. So we completely get destroyed in this game. But we're moving on once again in an online season game. And we come up against a really nice Liga BBVA side in the 4-3-3 formation. And we started things off nicely with Jobson does a fake Rabona, gets past one defender with a nice body feint. Then he cuts inside with a Berber spin, does a scoop turn, does another few skill moves there, has a finesse shot, but a great save from his goalkeeper. So yeah, we're looking pretty good in the first half. We get a few nice chances here. Carlos Eduardo on the ball, sends Wallyson away, and he goes 1-on-1, does a McGeady spin, cuts inside, has a shot, and he makes it 1-0. And that's a really nice goal there by Wallyson, and he makes it 1-0. Then we're moving on into the second half, and yeah, once again Wallyson, he's actually really good in this game. I tried him before on my main account, but I didn't really like him because he had such a low strength. But he seems to be a really good player, and almost scores a pretty cool goal here. Then we pick up the ball with Jobson in the 68th minute, but unlucky with the volley there. And then my opponent does get a chance in the 82nd minute with Diego Costa. Goes on 1-on-1 situation with Diego Costa, but Julio Cesar has a great save. So we won the game with 1-0, and that's also how this episode ends. So I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure to leave a like rating and subscribe if you haven't already. And then I'll most likely be back tomorrow with another episode. So once again, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.